I am Shalitha Robertson, and I want to serve as your Superior Court judge. For more than 30 years, I've served the public as a police officer, a public defender, and a city attorney. I love America. I respect the Constitution. I'll be effective, efficient, fair, and firm. I'll be an interpreter of the law, not an advocate. I am Shalitha Robertson, and I'm ready to be your judge.
On May 20th, vote Shalitha Robertson. Experience.
I choose integrity and whatever else it brings. I don't choose selling your soul to the devil.
What part makes it selling your soul?
Because that means I'm willing to do anything, belittle myself and degrade myself for the love of what? Of $1. I'm not going to do it. My integrity, what my kids and how my kids respect me and view me means more to me than me earning a quick dollar, portraying to be something that I'm not. Or it may, they very well may be that way. That might be true. What she's singing about may have just happened. I don't know. I'm not there to judge. I don't care. But I'm not willing to put that thought.
Alright, what's up with y'all? So look, man, I'm back again with another video, and before I jump into the video, I definitely got to start it off with some positivity. I want to tell all my supporters out there that's rocking with me day to day on a consistent basis that I definitely do appreciate y'all. And listen, man, I'm only laughing because of the context of this situation, but hey, let's get back into this. I just want to tell y'all that I definitely do appreciate y'all, and I hope that everything's going the way that you want it to go in your life, and I'm wishing y'all nothing but the best in every aspect of your life. And I'm sending y'all nothing but peace, blessings, and prosperous energy your way. And when I say this, I'm only talking to my supporters, those who reciprocate the same energy back to me, and to those who say the same thing back to me in return. And I also want to say, man, be careful and aware of everything and everybody that you are involved with, man. You know, we are overlooking a lot of red flags and certain things and certain people, and that's not a good idea, especially if we want to keep on living and keep on being free. You know, so yeah, man, just watch everything that you got going on and be aware and mindful of people being out here love bombing, trying to take something from you, trying to finesse you out of something. Just low vibrational people, man. Try to get the best quality people around you as possible, you know. And I always remember that everybody ain't worthy and everybody can't go. But other than that, let's get straight into the situation at hand. So look, man, basically, long story short, right, I did a video about this lady by the name of Shalitha Robertson, I think 5 or 6 months ago, if I'm not mistaken. Now, she is 62 years old, if I'm not mistaken, or she might be 63 now. But basically, long story short, yes, this crazy fool, and I'm calling her this, no disrespect outside of this, but to do this, you got to be a crazy fool. But look, man, she did a PPP loan for over $1 million. They're saying that it is upwards of 15 million, but all of the articles that I've seen basically says 7 million. But anyway, it go to get over the minimum limit, which was like 20-some thousand, is crazy to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's all right to do your little finessing and jigging, but come on now, you got to realize when you start getting 100,000, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600,000, and you ain't got no employees, you have to be slobber and slow, in my personal opinion. Now, for her to get upwards of $7 million is crazy to me. She just got sentenced to 7 years, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 7 years, right? And with that being said, if she did get a $7 million PPP loan, they gave her a year for each million, you know, which some people say, well, I go to jail for this and I go to jail for that. Bro, you don't get a chance to keep it. You got to be logical with what you're saying, you know. But yes, if you're able to keep it, then I can understand certain people saying they'll go to jail for that amount of time. But, you know, hey, look, I just want to say that, you know, you got to be careful and mindful of everything, because a lot of these people not realizing that this is a trap. I've been saying this from the beginning, man. They lured so many people in, knowing that depression, people's, you know, mental state at the time, because they were scared of losing their jobs, and, you know, just a lot of different things had people like scared. So yeah, people was jumping out for these loans, but some people just got outrageous and crazy with this stuff. You know, if you get upwards of 3, 4, 5, 600,000, knowing you ain't got no employees and stuff like that, you sit at the house by yourself every damn day, you crazy, bro. But look, we're gonna get into the video. Some of the details are in here, and I also got to refresh y'all on some of the things that's been happening in the past. So I did a video a couple of months ago. I'm gonna add that to the end of this video as well, so y'all can be caught up to some of the stuff that some of y'all didn't get a chance to see, because I do have new supporters now. But look, she got locked up. What are your thoughts and opinions on this? Let's get into the video. And what I'm showing y'all now is something to refresh your memory of what took place. She got a Rolls Royce, diamond rings, all type of different stuff. Let's get into the video though, and hit the like button, man. I'm dropping consistent content back to back to back, and that's all I ask for y'all to do. Let's go.
Channel 2 Investigates has learned a former Atlanta City attorney and Atlanta Police Department officer has been indicted on charges that she stole pandemic relief funds. Channel 2 investigative reporter Justin Gray is now live in South Fulton County, where you've been looking through this new indictment.
Well, Justin, it was just in October that the Renee Group here was awarded a significant chunk of a $99 million DeKalb contract. But this week, the owner of the Renee Group, Shalitha Renee Robertson, was indicted on charges that she stole millions of tax dollars. Hello, it's Justin Gray with Channel 2. I'm trying to reach Shalitha Robertson. No answer at the call box to the front gates of Chateau Royal, the grand South Fulton estate, listed with the Secretary of State as the principal address of Shalitha Robertson's company, the Renee Group. Shalitha Renee Robertson is a former Atlanta police officer and Atlanta city attorney who currently has a lucrative contract with DeKalb County worth millions to repair sewer.
Now, did y'all hear that, right? So she been working, she been an officer, she been a DA, whatever the hell, all the other stuff she got going on. And to do this, you have to be crazy. Now, they did say that she had a record of donating to Fannie, and that's a DA out of Atlanta also. I don't know what's up with that. I didn't get too deep into it, but I did see articles basically stating that. And yeah, man, it's just a crazy situation that, you know, this is getting this deep. Like, people are really, really greedy these days, and it's just crazy to be that damn greedy. Like, come on, bro. And then, like y'all can see in the video that I posted earlier, she was talking about having integrity and all that type of stuff. Bro, people are really, really good at putting on a good facade. You know, that's why I like to just speak on my imperfections and my flaws and stuff like that, or what could be considered as a flaw to the public side, because I'm not perfect. You can probably see, well, I'm not gonna put this on myself here now, but you know, don't be surprised if you see somebody that you watching on these internet sites and stuff like that in some type of trouble and everything like that, bro. They are human beings, you know, but to make certain dumb mistakes is just crazy to me. You getting 7 million, man, come on, cuz. And then she said she had 400 and some employees. I forgot to say that. 400 and some employees, bro, and it's probably just her and her kinfolk and shit at the house every day. Let's get back into the video, though.
Water systems. She's also just been charged in this federal indictment, alleged to have stolen $7 million in COVID relief, Paycheck Protection Program funds, and intended to help keep people employed during the pandemic. In a Channel 2 Action News investigation last month, we found more than 553,000 Georgia businesses received PPP loans totaling more than $24 billion just in Georgia.
Damn, Georgia.
Prosecutors noticed that tens of millions of dollars of that money here in Georgia went to fake companies trying to steal your tax dollar.
Yes.
This new indictment alleges that Shalitha Robertson spent PPP money on personal expenses like a Rolls Royce, motorcycle, and jewelry, including $128,000 for a 10-carat diamond ring.
Wow.
Hello, Justin Gray with Channel 2. Nobody would answer the gate today at the Renee Group warehouse, but DeKalb County records show it's one of 4 companies just awarded in October a $99 million contract to repair DeKalb's sewer systems. DeKalb County tells us in a statement, quote, "The county was unaware that Ms. Robertson was under investigation by federal authorities for any type of wrongdoing. In light of this indictment, DeKalb County will review all contracts and our relationship with Ms. Robertson and the Renee Group and take any appropriate action."
So to be a part of something worth almost, you might well say 100 million, right? To be a part of something like this, you don't think they're going to get investigated? You don't think they're going to check and do their due diligence on this? What I think it was that she probably thought that she was so locked in with certain officials, certain people that do certain things and stuff like that, to the point where she felt she can do whatever she want to do without being in trouble. And that just ain't the case. You know, this goes over the people that you're dealing with. This is the IRS, the government, and things like that. Yeah, you probably know somebody in the government and shit like that, but ultimately, it's a collective of people that's over everybody in every situation, you know. And like I said, man, a lot of people fell for the trap. Now, it's not a trap for those who really, really was in need of the money and things like that, but for the regular average person sitting around every day with the regular struggles that everybody else does have, you know, people got, you know, in a scarcity mindset, you know, and they was ready to go ahead and do whatever they had to do at the time. But to go overboard like that just don't make no sense to me, you know. And people still think that it's a game, and it's not. I know somebody still gonna say, well, people just be capping because you just be talking, because if that was the case, you would do it, you know. But people always saying, yeah, if it ever come back around, I'm gonna do it. Your ass ain't did nothing. You really scared on her capping for likes and shit. That ain't what's up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Being weird as hell. But if you do it, that's your ass. And if you don't need videos, cuz don't be mad at us, because you the one who out here tripping. Let's get back into it.
And Robertson's former business partner, Chandra Norton, has already entered a guilty plea to similar charges. She's awaiting sentencing.
Shit, you couldn't get it out.
District Ryan Buchanan says in a statement tonight, quote, "We will continue to vigorously prosecute anyone who fraudulently attains these critical funds." Reporting live in South Fulton, Justin Gray, Channel 2 Action News.
No money, no problems. At least for former Atlanta City Attorney and Democrat Shalitha Robertson. Now, she was just sentenced to 7 years behind bars after being found guilty for pandemic loan fraud over $15 million worth. Robertson gave out this advice in 2023.
And I think that people are saying the 15 million because it was more money involved versus just her receiving that 7 million directly. You feel me? Let's get back to the video. And this is what I posted earlier. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got another part of it too. Let's go.
Goes back to what I've always told you. Don't ever chase the money. The money will come.
Chase the universe, not the bag.
That's it. Chase your passion, baby. Chase your dream. The money will come.
Yeah, the money will come courtesy of the American taxpayers. Because safe to say, she didn't practice what she preached. In April and May of 2020, Robertson chose to follow the money and fraudulently applied for millions of dollars in government loans for 4 businesses that she owned. And then she hooked herself up with luxury items that came with a very steep price tag, such as a swanky Rolls Royce, a 10-carat diamond ring, and Georgia filings show that she donated $1,000 to Trump prosecutor Fani Willis's Democratic primary election campaign. That donation went through around the same time that Robertson received her massive payouts from the Paycheck Protection Program. Harris, you can't make this up.
No, I mean, when you hear about all the candy that she was raking in, she was rolling like J-Lo before Ben Affleck.
Oh, shit.
Is there a fiduciary responsibility of Fani Willis as a district attorney to pay attention to, as then a candidate who's donating to her campaign? Like, when you get a certain amount, are you responsible for looking and seeing where that money came from? And if you are in something like this hoax, are you also responsible for going after that person? I mean, I have questions for Fani Willis now. Robertson basically answered them all. She chased the money, and she was trying to make sure that the pot was big, so she was trying to tell everybody else don't chase the money.
Right.
So when she got there and found the money, it'd be waiting for her.
Right, and according to 12 New York jurors, then absolutely every dollar needs to be scrutinized when you're coming about election, right, Kaylee?
Yes.
In politics, there is a drumbeat, like with Harvey Weinstein when I was at the RNC. They were demanding the DNC pay back the money that was paid to them by Harvey Weinstein in the form of donation. So that is a fair question for Fani Willis. But the audacity of this woman, the Paycheck Protection Program came into place during COVID when I was in the administration, and it was for the purpose of being given to business owners to keep your employees paid, because employees couldn't work. Businesses, we didn't want them to go under, so this PPP program was for that purpose. This woman wrote on a form that she had 4 companies and 427 employees. I looked everywhere. I want to know how many employees she actually had. She clearly didn't have 427. She wanted to go out and buy diamonds.
427 employees. Why would you even say something like that, bro? Like I done said in a couple of my videos, me just typing this and looking, I'll be like, I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, I'm tripping like a motherfucker. What am I doing? 427 employees, man. I barely even know 400. I don't even know 400 people, man. Hell, and if I do, I don't remember them and shit like that. I probably know them if I see them, but like, nah, come on, man. It's just crazy to be lying like this, bro. And like I done said multiple times, and I'm going to continue saying that to press upwards of 100 words to 200 words or 200 buttons on the computer to get millions of dollars have to register in your mind as something that's not right with this. Like, what the hell? I'm finna type 200 buttons and then I'm finna get 7 million. You know how crazy you gotta be to have that type of mindset to overlook something like that? That's that greed turn your ass up. Let's get back to the video though.
Well, you can steal the money without any employees, which was part of the fraud, just to be clear. By the way, that program was $1.2 trillion. Just last summer, there was a report that $200 billion possibly was spent in fraudulent claims. PPP, unfortunately.
Well, we know that.
There was a pastor in Minnesota. He said he had 28 employees. He didn't have any. There was a pastor, a man in Florida. He bought himself a $3 million home. Didn't even have a business.
Wow.
I mean, the fraud was massive. So it was meant in a good way, obviously. But
aggravated finessing,
at the end of the day, Sam Bankman-Fried, all that money that crypto stolen money that he gave to all those politicians in D.C. They're not giving out that. The other slush fund.
But Lawrence, here's the thing. The government only makes money because of our taxpayer dollars or what it seizes from us. So the good idea wasn't actually a good idea. If they would lessen regulations, that's how businesses thrive and are able to actually make an income. So her getting the free money and everything that people...
Now they make money on inmates going to jail too. And that's another reason why people was really out here doing certain things and not even thinking about it, because they was feeling like, well, everybody getting out of jail because of COVID and, you know, different things like that. No, what was really going on, they had to come up with some type of finesse to get people back in jails. In my personal opinion, this is one of the reasons why they did this. It's not the only sole reason why, but one of the reasons was people was getting out of jail at an alarming rate for every type of crime and things like that. So I felt like that they were going to use this to double, even quadruple the amount of people that's finna go back to jail or did go back to jail, you feel me, by actually putting out a lure or a hook to get people to come out here, get this money and lock them up, you know what I'm saying? And to actually go to jail for federal crimes and stuff like that, they get paid more money per inmate. So yes, they're gonna do certain things to make sure that they can get back that money, you feel what I'm saying? And yeah, man, you know, I felt like it was a big old scam in my personal opinion that people fell for, you know. And I feel like that when you do certain things, I mean, it's only a certain amount of time you can get away with these things, you feel me? But hey, people out here doing what the hell they want to do with their life, and we gotta let them. But let's get back into the video. It's almost over.
To crow about and sing about. It is our money that not only goes to the government, but then goes to those fraudulent recipients. And it seems that no one in that party ever appreciates or recognizes them.
They don't understand it, and they're so hypocritical. And this happened all over the country, but what's particularly egregious about her case is part of what her claim to fame is justice, especially in the area. And ATL is the modern day Black Wall Street. She was stealing money from the community that she said that she was advocating for. $15 million that were supposed to go to employment of those black residents, while still saying under the banner that she's saying no justice, no peace, racial justice. How can you advocate for that and steal from those same people in the area? But this is part for the course with the Democrats of today.
Well, that's right. Ask Ms. Colors, who was leading up the BLM organization.
Right.
Patricia. And
that was a fraud. Yeah, that's right. And you know, hypocrisy is not a crime yet, but fraud certainly is.
But you know what, man, you know, with her being at that age doing something like this, just crazy to me. You're 62 years old, 63 years old. By the time you get out, you'll be, what, 70? It's just crazy to lose those vital years of your life due to a couple of dollars that you can't even keep. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm not laughing at her, like, losing all this freedom. I'm just laughing at how dumb you could be, you know? Because I really hate for somebody to go to jail for that long at that age. But, you know, you do the crime, you do the time, you know? And I feel like that they didn't have to give her so much time due to the fact of her age and things like that, but I also feel like that they should have because of her age too. You know, it is what it is. I ultimately feel like that the government robs people every single day, and I feel like that it's all right for people to do little scams here and there. You know what I'm saying? Because like, damn, you gotta look at how much money people are losing on a day-to-day basis. You know, and y'all already get most of our income, all type of different stuff. You know, but I mean, if you get to getting outrageous for certain things, it's only a matter of time before you go to jail, though. You know, so it is what it is. But like I said, man, you know, I just hate that for them, but it is what it is. You know, you make the choices and you got to deal with the choices that you make, you know. But overall, ultimately, that's all I got to say. I'm going to let y'all watch these old updates and stuff like that about COVID, people going to jail and things like that. I did it like 5 months ago. I did it, and a lot of people that's here now didn't get a chance to see it, so y'all finna see it now. But let me know your thoughts of the opinions on it. It's crazy, bro. But yeah, if y'all made it to the end, I definitely do appreciate y'all, and I'm gonna let y'all get into the other video.
Investigation.
Now this is the other videos now.
One of the largest frauds in American history. Money intended to go to those hurt financially by the pandemic, instead stolen by fake companies and cons. Channel 2 consumer investigator Justin Gray tonight in studio. Justin, federal prosecutors have hundreds of cases in Georgia alone.
Yes.
On who receives these loans is publicly available. We've been looking through it and looking at some of these companies that are registered with the Secretary of State and don't have an online presence. We wanted to find them and ask them a simple question. What does your company do?
Oh, man.
That wasn't so simple.
Let's get it.
I'm trying to reach Money Ain't a Problem Entertainment.
Oh, Alexa, okay.
Is that you?
No, he's at work.
Now he know. He know damn well. He couldn't have gone to these people's house saying this shit right there. Money ain't a problem. I bet it wasn't when that check cleared. See what I'm saying, bro? I was just speaking about people having these crazy ass names associated with a business, and then you going to the good. Like, look, bro, you making a mockery of yourself, because when you go to court, they're gonna read this out loud, and it's gonna make you look crazy and feel crazy, man. You gotta be careful with what you do. Damn, boy, money ain't a problem. Goddamn. He said, no, it ain't. He's at work. Come on now. No, it isn't. My bad.
This Gwinnett County home looking for a company that received more than $22,000 in federal Paycheck Protection Program payments. We couldn't find Money and a Problem Entertainment registered with the Georgia Secretary of State or active online. We received a PPP loan and we can't find any record of the business existing. So I'm just trying to understand what it is.
Oh, see, I don't know.
We dug through thousands of pages of PPP data and found that more than 553,000 PPP loans were handed out in Georgia, totaling more than $24 billion just in Georgia. But we know that tens of millions of dollars of that money here in Georgia went to fake companies trying to steal your tax dollars.
And the strip club.
Righteous use of your federal tax dollars to go after these people.
David Estes is the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Georgia. You're sending the message here, if you cheat the American taxpayers, we're going to find you.
And we will.
He says it doesn't matter how small the dollar amount of the potential fraud.
We're going to look at every single case.
Now look,
some of
the things that was online a long time ago was saying that they wasn't going to be looking for cases up under 25,000. I don't know how true it is, because he's saying another thing, but different places do different things, different counties do different things, you know what I'm saying, different states, stuff like that. But anyway it go, man, they looking, and it is what it is. If you got the money and you nervous and things like that, just pay it back. I'm pretty sure they ain't not gonna prosecute this many people, but they're gonna definitely get a lot of folks, because I mean, like I said before, I feel like this was all a money grab for everybody. They knew that people was gonna be falling for this, so why not go ahead and throw the alley-oop for them, because they're gonna get the money back off of the inmates in return. You see what I'm saying? From taxpayers' dollars. They're gonna win all the way around, no matter how you try to twist it and turn it. And the people, they thought that it was gonna be a little quick win, and some people were going through drastic things, so they did what they had to do, and I can really understand it. But if you wasn't going through anything, if you were just out here being crazy as you can be to get this type of money, millions and hundreds of thousands, it's sad to say, man, shit, boy, I ain't gonna say you deserve to go to jail, because they beat us out of so much money all the time, but I can understand why you're going to jail. Let's get back into it, though.
smaller cases have led us to bigger cases.
This is one of those cases Estes is prosecuting. Decula resident Ashley Parker allegedly submitted more than 24 fraudulent applications for COVID relief, adding up to $2 million. Prosecutors charged she spent part of those illegal proceeds on plastic surgery, including breast augmentation and liposuction.
Damn.
Hi, it's Justin with Channel 2. I'm trying to reach Ashley. Hello?
Get off my porch, man. I'm putting up on both of y'all, man.
Ooh, cuz he gonna put some on your ass, boy.
Cars, a Mercedes, and a Lexus in the driveway. The person who answered the doorbell called me several names we can't say on television. Is Ashley here?
No, your mama here.
Ooh.
No, I don't think so. I'm looking for Ashley Parker. Mr. Smith is Justin from WSB. It was nearly 2 years ago that I tracked down to Bronx Smith at his Gwinnett County business, Market Yourself LLC. At the time, he maintained he never stole PPP funds as a federal indictment alleged.
Yeah.
Did you do everything by the book?
Look at my boy.
Why would they indict you?
That's not do the camera, please. That's disrespectful.
But Smith has now entered a guilty plea.
And they zoomed in.
Sentencing memorandum, the U.S. Attorney is asking for a 21-month prison term.
God
so
damn.
Money and a Problem Entertainment. No one associated with Money and a Problem is facing criminal charges, but we still can't find any signs of a business or employees earning paychecks. The woman who answered the door promised to go get the owner of Money and a Problem to answer her questions. So we waited and waited.
Okay, he's not here.
We never heard back from Money and a Problem, but this summer, President Biden signed.
Cuz ass in the damn bathroom or in his room playing the game. He probably mad as hell. Y'all told him I'm here. Y'all tripping. He probably jumped on somebody. Whoever came to the door probably saw his heel. He probably whooped some ass up in there real quick. Let's get back to it, see what the hell he got to say about Biden.
Bills extending the statute of limitations for pandemic-related fraud to 10 years from 5. And I'm sure a lot of these people think, hey, I got the money, I'm on my way. And you're here to say that's not.
No, that's not the case. We've got 16 different federal agencies working on this.
Shit.
$22 billion just in Georgia. So there's definitely some criminals who thought they could get away with stealing maybe $10,000, $20,000 and nobody would notice or catch them. They might still think they got away with it. But hundreds of federal agents and prosecutors are now digging through that data, looking for signs of fake companies. You heard the U.S. attorney there. He called it a righteous use.
We are now hearing from Broward Sheriff Gregory Tony after 17 deputies have been arrested and charged with fraud.
I remember about this in Miami.
Is live with this developing story. Roy.
What's up, Roy? Shit.
Nicole, and we have learned that nearly 100 BSO employees did apply for the PPP loans. And of the 100, 17 of them are now facing federal charges. Well, as you mentioned today, we did get a chance to speak with Broward Sheriff Gregory Tony about these allegations. And he says if his employees were involved in this type of criminal activity, they do not deserve to be working in the law enforcement profession. Did you believe you were receiving these loans legitimately? 17 members of the Broward Sheriff's Office, which include both BSO deputies and detention deputies, released from the federal courthouse in Fort Lauderdale after being indicted on charges that include wire fraud after federal investigators said they fraudulently applied for and received funds from the Paycheck Protection Program, or PPP loans.
We're set. They're being released. Nobody, as far as I know, is being detained. And we'll take it from there. We'll be back in court.
Attorney Brian Silber represents 3 of the defendants, some of whom have either been suspended or placed on leave pending the outcome of the investigation.
I can't comment on the nature of the case.
While the charging documents do not allege that any of the defendants committed the charged offenses in the course of their official duties, this does not in any way diminish the seriousness of what the defendants are alleged to have done here.
Sheriff Gregory Tony said he first learned of the crimes in November of 2021, prompting him to investigate all 5,500 of his employees, including himself and other top brass. Of the 17 indicted, 7 BSO deputies and 1 sergeant in law enforcement, and 8 detention deputies and 1 sergeant in corrections.
I hate to see that, knowing some of the individuals and seeing the names on that list that's being indicted, some of them were good officers. But you're only as good as the last act and conduct that you execute.
We learned the defendants involved received tens of thousands of dollars, and while the investigation has proved that some of whom were investigated did have legitimate businesses, at the very least, the 17 now facing federal charges allegedly did not.
If you're going to be participating in criminal activities, we don't want you in this profession.
Ooh, my boy been ready to fire their ass.
And while 17 BSO employees have been indicted, we are told that this investigation does continue and there could be more indictments to come. We'll be sure to stay on top of this. For now, outside of BSO headquarters near Fort Lauderdale,
More than a dozen BSO employees were charged in a PPP loan fraud investigation.
6 of the employees charged in the case appeared in federal court moments ago. Local 10 News reporter Syra Onward is live.
I got the update. Okay, let's go on then.
So 5 of those individuals were arraigned today. A 6th had her arraignment rescheduled to next week. They all appeared here at the federal courthouse in Fort Lauderdale before the same judge to hear their charges. We'll take you to video now. More than a dozen Broward Sheriff's Office employees are suspected of fraudulently applying for and receiving Paycheck Protection Program PPP loans. So the loans were established during the pandemic to help businesses pay their workers amid all of the restrictions. So 17 employees who work as either sworn law enforcement, BSO deputies, or jailers, they face federal charges. 6 of them appeared today for arraignment on PPP wire fraud charges. They were Deputy Alexandra Acosta, Marcus Powell, Deputy Alan Dorville, Ancy Moranci, and Carolyn Wade. Those 5 all entered not guilty pleas and requested a trial by jury. Katrina Brown, she had her arraignment reset to next week so she could secure an attorney. So back out here on the scene now, all of those individuals who appeared today who were able to get arraigned, they requested a trial by jury. They all pleaded not guilty, and none of them had any comment to media as they stepped out of the courthouse today, but we'll keep you updated as this develops. But that is very latest from downtown Fort Lauderdale. Syra Onward.
Here in Joliet, Operation Triple P targeted county jail inmates who PPP.
So listen, I got this video posted about them actually being in jail, getting PPP loans and stuff like that. I'm probably gonna put the link to that video here at the bottom in the comment sections and things like that. That way y'all can watch the full video in its entirety with a lot more details than this right here. But I will let y'all go ahead and finish watching this one right here. But I do want to know your thoughts and opinions on this whole situation, and I'm gonna holler at y'all at the end of this video. All right.
A trial by jury. They all pleaded
not guilty, and none of them had any comment to media as they stepped out of the courthouse today, but we'll keep you updated as this develops. But that is the very latest from downtown Fort Lauderdale. Syra Onward.
Matthews here in Joliet. Operation Triple P targeted county jail inmates who falsified PPP loan applications and received thousands of dollars, some even using that money to bond out of jail. The police chief here says this operation will help put them back in jail and will help reduce gun violence and drug trafficking in his city. 25 Will County Jail inmates already locked up for weapons and drug felony cases are now facing charges like wire fraud and theft.
Some of the targets bonded out on their felony cases days after receiving their fraudulent PPP loan.
Operation Triple P began in November of last year. Detectives began to compare names on Paycheck Protection Program loans to names of inmates facing felonies, which should have disqualified them from the financial assistance. So far, 15 of them have been charged. Police are still looking for these 10.
The majority of them also use their home address. So we did several periodic spot checks on the residence. It just looked like a residence.
For example, Maria Beach and Adrian Clark locked up during the pandemic for unrelated gun offenses. From their cell, they applied for and received PPP loans. Maria claimed to run a barber shop from this home in Rockdale. Adrian claimed to run a barber shop from an apartment in this Joliet house. Maria received nearly $21,000 in federal loans. Adrian, who has a history with Joliet police, got 2 PPP loans for the same barbershop location, totaling $42,000. Both are now part of the 15 locked up again. Joliet police had help from U.S. Marshals, the Will County State's Attorney's Office, Department of Labor, and Homeland Security.
These Triple P loans, that if they're obtaining fraudulently, they're taking that money out of the businesses in our local area that actually need them.
The acting special agent charged for Chicago's Homeland Security Office says this type of PPP loan fraud has been happening across the country. In Joliet, Elizabeth Matthews, Fox 32.
All right, now that y'all have seen everything that's going on with these PPP so far and what's been going on in the past, I want to know y'all honest thoughts and opinions on this situation. Do y'all feel like y'all will get another one if you got one? And do y'all feel like y'all might be in some trouble in the future? Now, me personally, I don't know what's going on and what the future may behold. But, you know, I feel like that if you did get the money and if they give you the opportunity to pay it back, try your best to pay it back. That way you can avoid all the humiliation and things like that, which I wouldn't give a damn about being humiliated if I was trying to do what's best for my family. But overall, you know, ultimately, you know, I just hope that everybody out there that genuinely listen to someone else or believe someone else about certain things that has something to do with the PPP loan, you know, I just genuinely hope that they can get through these situations, because a lot of people did get gullible when it came to this much money. And it's kind of understandable because we've been going through a lot of shit over the past couple of years. But overall, man, that's all I got to say. I want to know your thoughts and opinions, and I will holler at y'all later on another video. If you made it to the end of this video, I do appreciate y'all, but I'll holler at y'all later. All right. And make sure y'all watch the other video, too. It's going to be in the comment section.